Welcome to SATV News. This is Nuri Alamin with the headlines. Several thousand animals were sacrificed in the city, mainly in Old Dhaka today. The number is much lower than on Sunday. The streets of Dhaka largely free of traffic today. Holidaymakers left the city. Factories and offices stayed closed. BGB steps up surveillance to prevent rawhide smuggling, imposed high alert in border areas of Jashore. The flavor of Holy Eid al-Adha continues as many people are slaughtering their sacrificial animals on the second of the day in the capital. Several thousands animals were sacrificed in the capital city, mainly in Old Dhaka today, but the number is much lower than on Sunday. Some people said they didn't slaughter their sacrificial animals on the Eid day on Sunday to avoid the scarcity of butchers, while some others said they traditionally do it on the second day of Eid. Some others said they sacrificed animals on the first day at their village homes and did the same today in the capital, while some sacrificed cows in the Eid day, while the goats today. Different city areas including Farmgate, Central Road, Ajimpur, Dhanmondi, Lalbagh, it was seen that many people were slaughtering animals and processing their meat. The poor were gathered in the area hoping for some charity. The streets of capital city Dhaka largely free of traffic on Monday, the day after Eid, as holidaymakers left the city. For droves, for their hometown, and factories, offices and government buildings stayed closed. There were almost no traffic in the morning, and though public transport were running, there were very few passengers making use of its services. None of the customary congestion could be seen, and its traffic signal at the intersections as well. Rickshaw and auto rickshaws idled and the street corners waiting for the customers. With the diminished traffic, Dhaka residents were making comfortable trips across the city. Traffic police were seen lazy about the traffic boxes. Roads were clear in all the city. There were few customers, the wet markets across the city. Border Guard Bangladesh BGB has imposed high alert in border areas of Jashore to prevent the possible smuggling of rawhide during the Eid al-Adha. Jashore BGB 49 battalion sources that they imposed restriction on the movement of rawhide carrying vehicles in the bordering areas including Goga, Kashipur, Rudrapur, Kaiba, Putkhali, Daulat, Giva, Ghatipara, Baranstra, Shadipur and Raghunathpur border areas of the Benapul and Sharsha as well. BGB 49 Battalion Commanding Lieutenant Officer Lieutenant Colonel Shahid Minhaj Siddiqui said the number of BGB members has been increased at various border areas to prevent the rawhide smuggling. Traders in Lalbagh's Posta, the biggest rawhide wholesale market in Bangladesh, have been buying rawhide from seasonal traders. The middlemen at the elevated price as the supply has fallen more than expected. A price of cowhide prices of Taka 500 to Taka 650 on Sunday, it shoot up to Taka 800 to 1000 early on Monday. The rawhide market saw the slump in the business last year due to the spread of the coronavirus pandemic. Wholesalers brought cowhide from the seasonal traders at the maximum price of Taka 600. As the rawhide price soared, sellers from the madrasas, orphanages and the middlemen beamed with happiness. A mild heat wave is sweeping across the country, including Rajshahi, Dinajpur, Nilphamari, Panchagor and Srimangol, and it may continue further, according to the weather office on Monday. The day and the night temperature may remain nearly unchanged over the country. The axis of the monsoon through the India's Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Odisha, Gangetic, West Bengal of Assam across the southern part of the Bangladesh. Monsoon is less active over the Bangladesh and moderates over the North Bay. Light to moderate rain on the thunder shores, accompanied by the temporary gusty wind, is likely to occur at many places over the Khulna, Barishal, Sylhet division, at the few places over the Dhaka, Mymensingh and Chattogram division as well. Viewers, we're taking a short break. Stay with us. Welcome back and you are watching SATV News. Now news from abroad. Sri Lanka's President Gotabaya Rajapaksa has informed Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe that he will resign in Prime Minister office on Sunday after the 10,000 of protesters stormed the official residence of the both men after Saturday's sweeping protest in the wake of the debilitating and the economic crisis. The Speaker of Parliament said that Rajapaksa would resign on Wednesday. However, there has been no direct word from the Rajapaksa on his plan Wickremesinghe. He has said that he would also step down, allow an all-party interim government to take over. Leaders of the protest movement have said crowds would keep occupying the residence of the President and Prime Minister in Colombo until they finally quit office. Colombo, Sri Lanka's largest city, was calm on Monday as hundreds of people strolled into the President's Secretariat and the residence, and they toured the colonial-era building. Police made no attempt to stop anyone. Japan's ruling party and partners owned enough vote to form the super minority, and the upper house election held just days after the assassination to the former Prime Minister Shinzo Abe. The ex-premier's ruling Liberal Democratic Party (LDP) and its coalition partner Komeito strengthened their hold by winning more than 75 to the 125 upper house seats up for the grabs. The parties are part of what is now a two-third supermajority, willing to amend the country's professed constitution, thereby strengthening its minority on the global stage, a long time away goal. Even before the former Prime Minister's murder, the LDP and Komeito were expected to cement their majority, though the final number of seats will be scrutinized for the sign of whether the attack bolstered support for them. Despite the number, the murder of Shinzo Abe turnout of the election remained low at only 52%. Now sports news. Bangladesh scored its first win on the tour of the West Indies with a 6-wicket victory Sunday on the first one-day international. Bangladesh won the toss and chose to bowl first in a match reduced to 41 overs per innings because of the wet outfit. The West Indies struggled to get going and posted an unchallenging 149 for 9 with no 3 smart Brooks, leading the score with a 66 balls of 33 runs. Shariful Islam took 4 of 34 and Mehdi Hassan Miraj 3 of 36 and were the pick up to the Bangladesh bowlers. Bangladesh raised the target with 55 balls spare, scoring 151 for in 31.5 overs. Mahmudullah top scored with an unbeaten 41 of 69 delivers and Najmul Hossain Shanto hit a 46 ball of 37 runs. Spinner Gudakesh Moti was economical with a return of 1 of 18 runs for the 9 over, and the second ODI in the 3-match series is on Wednesday at the same venue. West Indies owned the both Test and the T20 series with 2-0. Before ending, we go through the SATV News headlines again. Several thousand animals were sacrificed mainly in Old Dhaka today. The number is much lower than on Sunday. The streets of Dhaka largely free from traffic today. Holidaymakers left the city. Factories and offices stayed closed. BGP steps up surveillance to prevent Rawhide smuggling, imposed high alert in water areas of Jashore. You are up to date with our top stories so far here on SATV, and to know the latest news, visit www.satv.tv. Stay with SATV.